Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to today's video. Welcome to today's chat. Welcome to the live stream. Please like, subscribe, check out my videos, subscribe to my page. I appreciate it. Welcome. So, today we're going to talk about stress fighting. What does stress fighting look like? Well, I don't know if you have ever um, been a part of everyday life, really, because there's stress in everyday life. Now, for those of us that are in recovery, stress can be a dangerous thing. It can either be the lead to how you're going to overcome or how you are going to fall back into old habits and old ways. I'll tell you what I mean about that. So, for me, my old habits and my old ways consist of morning, Cheryl Lee. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. For me, stress, I don't handle stress very well, or any emotion really for that matter. But stress in particularly, because the demand, which is what we feel is happening when stress is there, the feeling that comes with stress is the demand from life that life needs from you, but you're not able to meet those needs. So then stress happens in there. And our normal reaction for me as an addict in my previous life before sobriety is to go and use, is to run away, is to hide, is to numb the pain or numb the stress and not feel stress at all, and just deal with it later. That's how I deal with stress when I'm actively using. In sobriety or in recovery, I've had to learn how to manage stress differently, how to deal with it, how to face it, how to cope with it, how to work through those uncomfortable feelings. Now, the best thing for me, I find to do is to take my journal, a book. I like to use a nice fancy book. I like to use a nice fancy book to write in. And I write out those stressful situations that are going on in my life. And that varies. That can vary from person to person, what that stressful situation may be. Um, I'll use the most recent one. So my daughter was born on April 8th, just a few days ago. And recovery from a C-section is no joke. No joke at all. It's very difficult. We're trying to manage a new baby on top of a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. There's a lot of stress on top of the housework, on top of the, you know, trying to support my wife through the healing process and be as supportive as I can. There's a lot of stress, plus coming to work, plus doing all of these things, right? Normal, everyday routine. But I've had to put some stress relief in place or some stress fighting techniques in place in order to work through those difficulties, right? Overwhelming feelings that I'm getting, like, I have these unrational thoughts like, oh, I'm not doing enough. I should be doing more. I can do this better. I can do that better. Or, I'm failing here, I'm failing there. I did this wrong, I did that wrong, and then you end up in this downward spiral where you beat yourself up and you look down on yourself and pity yourself, and then you get trapped in that spiral where you end up wanting to use more because of the way that you talk to yourself and the way you think about yourself. So I've had to really put some stress fighting techniques to work and look at those stressful situations and really ask myself, okay, what can I control out of this situation, right? So in recovery, or for those of us that attend meetings, we say the serenity prayer, right? To accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, right? And the wisdom to know the difference. So the wisdom to know the difference of the things that I can change, right? I can't change those life situations that happen all the time. I can't change. Morning, William. Thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these videos. So with these life situations and stress that comes on, we got to deal with it one situation at a time. And as I deal with one event at a time and write out the stressful situations, I can look at what I can change in those situations. And for me, what it boils down to is I can only change my attitude. I can only change the way that I look at things. I can only change the way that I see or perceive those things that I'm going through in that particular time, in that particular moment. And a lot of it, I get run by emotion, and I get run by the thoughts that are going through my head that aren't logical. I get caught up in this spiral of negative thinking, overthinking things. Uh, I don't know about you, but I've learned to use music as an outlet to relax, to let go, to unwind, right? Uh, and in my case, I use praise and worship music as my stress fighting technique. I'll put on a song or a playlist that I can relate to, and that will boost me up and welcome me in and allow me to spend time with my higher power, Jesus Christ, and really use that music to fight the stress, fight the uncomfortable feeling, fight the negative thoughts that are in my head, to fight back. So that's part of my stress fighting technique. Um, Essential oils can work well too, to help you overcome those negative feelings, right? Um, there's a bunch of things that you can do. Uh, Take a hot bath. You can go for a run or exercise. Talking helps also. So if you can talk through the difficult, stressful situation with someone else who has had experience with that stress, or that is working a 12-step program and maybe has gone through something similar to you, right? Um, there's also, our recovery community. So Firebrand recovery community. The links are in the description of the videos. You can join there and you can come talk about your stressful situation and have something. The topic right now is stress fighting techniques that I use during recovery and throughout my recovery. That's the topic right now. So I like to use a couple of different techniques that I found useful to utilize during my recovery so that it can allow me to work through those difficult, stressful situations and use them as stress fighting techniques that I keep in my recovery toolbox that I come back to, that I refer to. And again, the Firebrand recovery community is a great place to go to rely on other people that are in recovery. You need a community, you need support, you need help, you need other people that are going through the same thing that you're going through in order to help work through it, to get yourself past that stressful situation so that you don't spiral down into that negative thought and possibly go into relapse mode or end up in relapse mode or relapse period. um, I've learned this through several failed attempts of getting it wrong, failing, and relapsing, and then coming back to recovery. But in this longest stint that I've had recently, I've learned to fight back. I've taken those stress fighting techniques and applied them and not relapsed in over 11 years. So, with these techniques and applying them on a regular basis, there is success. There is a possibility that you can do it. I am someone that does it. I am someone that does it continuously. I'm here just to say that I continue to grow and change in these areas. I by no means have it perfected by any means. It's not what this is about. It's about learning together. It's about growing together. It's about coming together to talk about the things that I don't see anywhere, that I don't hear get talked about. But today is about the stress fighting technique. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you continue to watch. Like I say, please like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. You'll get all of the pop-up and notifications when I do come on live and do these videos regularly.